Thanks for coming in today, everybody. Welcome to the stream. This is going to be a VATSIM Flying Club event. It's been a while since we've done like a true traditional group flight, and that's what we're going to do tonight. We're all going to join a conga line from Bismarck to Williston Basin, and we're going to be flying along Lake Sakakawea, which I believe is the correct pronunciation, at least according to Google. Lake Sakakawea. I'm going to probably pronounce it wrong all night. Anyways, we're here, we're doing it. The club has a briefing that I'm going to be running in about 15 minutes, so we're kind of going to be killing time here for about 15 minutes until the club briefing. But sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'll be flying, as you can see, the Mooney tonight, with the beautiful paint job that was given to us by our good buddy Zach. And we're going to fly this Mooney. Let me fill it up with gas, actually. We're going to fly the pants off of this Mooney. And here is what the game plan is. We've got good weather. A little bit breezy getting out of Bismarck, but otherwise VFR. We're going to take off. We're going to follow the Missouri River as it kind of goes north and west until it joins Lake Sakakawea. We're going to follow Lake Sakakawea to the north and to the west all the way until it kind of dries out over here just south of Williston Basin, and we're going to land at Williston Basin. And that's the plan that we have for this evening. Jeffrey B., thank you for the 38-month resubscription.
Just resubbed for 38 months. Jeffer 3 Gababy Jeffer 3 Let's Go Jeffer 3 No Boeing 2 Jeffer 3 No Booze.
Yes, GA baby, let's go. No Boeing, no Airbus. That is correct. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks for coming in today. You gonna be flying along with us tonight, or is tonight one of your family? I don't remember your schedule anymore. I think tonight might be one of your family nights. But thank you for stopping by and dropping off the resubscription. I appreciate it. Getting all set up here at Bismarck. I've got a buddy in real life that controls in the tower at Bismarck. Kind of was loosely what gave me the idea to do a flight out of here. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had figured you had the family stuff going on tonight. Very good. But appreciate you stopping by and dropping the 38th month resubscription. Very much appreciated. Yeah, looking for a pretty decent-sized group of VATSIM Flying Club members this evening to join in the conga line. And like I said, I'm going to be running a briefing here for the club in about 15-ish minutes. Torxim has a Mooney coming for X-Plane 12 soonish. Very nice, very nice. Can't go wrong with a Mooney. It's a GA classic. And of course, my buddy owns one. So I have flown in one, and also flown it. He's let me fly it from time to time. I'm not sure if you guys can see her, but like if you look in the kitchen, sitting on the kitchen table back there, you'll probably see Clove. Of course, Sarah is here as well. Everyone say hi, Sarah. Sarah is sleepy from work. She looks like she's about to fall asleep on the couch. Anyways, Clove is like up here somewhere. She's like at the window, so like look in the kitchen behind me and like look at the window. If you see like a little black figure, that's gonna be Clove back there staring out her window. She loves that window. It's hard to see because it's like right behind where I'm sitting, but she's back there. Now I'm the one that's gonna have to eventually get a cat cam, although with Clove she never really stays in one spot at too much, so it'd be tough to get a cat cam on her. Plus, her favorite spot is way back there, like I said, on the kitchen table, of course, looking out the window. But we put a cover on the table now so she can sit on it comfortably, and then we take it off when we go to eat on it. But learning to live with the cat. Washing machine sounds like it's about to go into orbit. Alright, yeah, so we're just killing time here. Like I said, 12 minutes till the briefing. So this is a traditional, like, old school Virtue Safe Flying Club group flight. We used to do mostly group flights before we kind of transitioned more into doing mostly fly-ins. But the idea is we're all going to kind of follow the same path. We're going to have the faster aircraft try and take off towards the front and the slower aircraft take off towards the back. So try to minimize the amount of passing in the air that happens along the route. And, you know, it's just going to be a nice, relaxing. We're going to have some good visuals here with like Sakakawea that we're going to be following. And we'll hopefully get a decent turnout from the club. That's what we're hoping for this evening. I see at least 6 airplanes already on the ground at Bismarck, so club members are getting booted up and ready to go here. There's also 6 in the events channel where I'll be doing the briefing in 11 minutes. So it's good. Everyone is getting the memo to be on time tonight. We like that. We like that a lot. Oh, there's Clove. She's like right on the floor now. Nope, she went back to the kitchen. Son of a gun. I couldn't move my body and chair out of the way in time for you guys to see her. She went right back to the kitchen. She's back in her spot now. Back over in her spot. She has many different. She'll either be on the table in the kitchen. Sometimes she'll sleep right on this spot right here, which is what I'm hoping that she'll do sometimes when I stream, so that you guys can see her sleeping right on this spot on the couch right here. But then sometimes she'll sleep on the far end of the couch. Sometimes she'll sleep in the bed in our room. Sometimes she'll sleep under the bed. Sometimes she'll sleep under the couch. So she doesn't really have like a. She's got a bunch of different spots. She doesn't have like a one or like a handful of sets. There's like 7 or 8 different spots still, as she kind of still feels her way around the apartment. Because we just got her. How long have we had her now? 3 weeks? Today is Tuesday? Yeah, a little over 3 weeks. Yeah, a little over 3 weeks. My computer clock is always lagged behind for some reason, so I gotta use my phone clock to know what time it is. Do 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 do. I'm gonna try and keep the briefing tonight for the Flying Club swift. Really not too many things to talk about.
Mic check round 2.
Loud and clear.
There we go. Now I can hear you guys.
Mike's still here.
Got about 8-9 minutes till the briefing. Thank you guys for being early. If you haven't already done so, you can start loading up on the network. Make sure you do file VFR flight plan from Bismarck to Williston Basin. I'm hoping we'll have ATC. It was requested, but as you guys know, that's not always a guarantee. But we'll see if anyone pops on for us here once it gets around 7 o'clock from Minneapolis. Otherwise, like I said, I'll run it all down for you guys here in about 8 minutes. Like I said, Chad, at this point, we are just kind of killing some time a little bit till the briefing in about 8 minutes. So if you just see me staring into the distance, not really yapping too much, I apologize. Ooh, Clove's got her eyes on something over there on the kitchen table. I still don't know if you guys can see her or not back there. If you'd have to look into the kitchen at that window in the distance behind me, you could see her probably laying down on the table. Like right there under my finger somewhere. I'm like positioned in the way of where she is though. So let's take a look at the ramp as it's starting to fill up. Oh yeah, we got plenty of guests starting to fill into the ramp here at Bismarck to join us for our club event. Got 2 dudes kind of stacked right on top of each other, it looks like. And that might actually be a static airplane, so maybe not. Got someone moving around a little bit. A couple of people moving around. Someone's repositioning themselves. Someone also maybe moving. Yeah, you can see you got a couple of people that spawn on other people that are kind of getting themselves repositioned here. Yeah, looks like just some more repositioning going on. Very good, very good. I'm hoping we get some ATC to sign on for us, like we said, chat. We did put the request out with Minneapolis, but again, we make the request for ATC. It doesn't always ever guarantee any kind of staffing. It's just a request that we make, and we get what we get, essentially. We definitely did, yeah, so 7 and yes, okay. I did make the request. We'll see if we get anybody or not. If not, no big deal. We always have that contingency plan for if we don't have ATC, we just use the VATSIM CTAF frequency. Easy enough. We're going to be using the CTAF frequency anyway at Williston Basin because there is no air traffic control there. It is not a tower field, only Bismarck is towered. Looks like we've got 11 of us connected to the network. Nice, nice, nice. All filing on in, getting ready. We got about 5 minutes until the briefing. 4 minutes until the briefing. So actually, chat, what I'm going to do real quick is, since I'm going to be one of the faster aircraft and we need to depart closer towards the front here, I'm going to actually get my airplane started up real quick for the briefing. This way I'm ready to go when the briefing is complete. I can get myself right to the front of the line, or close to the front of the line, since I'm going to be one of the faster aircraft. So there we go. Load it up. We're going to go to 4,500 feet is the plan. Get myself loaded up here. Alright, yeah, so we'll get ourselves running. So that way we're going to be ready to go when the time comes to hit it quick. Because we got about 2 minutes until the briefing, about 2 minutes. Alright, Scotsman, thanks for coming in today. Going to be starting the briefing here in just about a minute. But again, if you're already connected to the network, make sure you do file VFR flight plan from Bismarck to Williston Basin. Vice Brandon, thanks for coming in today. KXWA. Have that in there for reference, although that's obviously not the route we're going to be taking. Still working, so won't make the event. I'm sorry to hear that, Iowa Scotsman, but I appreciate you tuning in. Makes you kind of be here even though you can't be here. Appreciate it. Alright, I'm going to get ready to do this briefing in about 30 seconds, chat, so bear with me. Looks like we're going to have ETC. I see William connected, so our good buddy William Polly. Perfect. I knew he would probably show up. Briefing time, chat. Bear with me. Alright, 7 o'clock on the East Coast, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the briefing. If you want, you can tune into the stream that I have going here on Discord. Don't necessarily need to, but if you want to, you could take a look. Just going to go through real quick the briefing document as well as the little view on SkyVector so you guys have an idea of what we're doing here. First of all, thank you for coming in today. Appreciate it. It's been a little while since we've done a more traditional group flight here in the Flying Club. We used to do these a lot back when the club started, but now we kind of lean more towards fly-ins, which is good for the amount of people that we have. But sometimes it's nice to get the conga line going. The first thing we are going to look through, like I said, is the route here. So if you guys are looking at the SkyVector route that was in the briefing, or if you're watching me now, we're going to take off here out of Bismarck. It's a little breezy. We're going to be departing off of runway 31 since the wind is 320, so a little breezy getting out of here. But it is VFR. We're going to take off. We're pretty much just going to shoot straight out off of runway 31 to the Missouri River. We're just going to follow the Missouri River up to the north until it gets to Lake Sakakawea. Once we get to Lake Sakakawea, we're then going to follow the lake west, and then it goes north, and then it kind of goes west again, and then it kind of dries up just south of Williston Basin, and that's kind of how you know that we're getting there, and we'll make the full stop landing up at Williston Basin, which is uncontrolled, so we'll be using the CTAF, which happens to be 122.8. There are a handful of airports along the way. If you do want to stop at any of the airports along the way, that's fine. I'm not going to stop you from doing that, but we are going to try and keep the conga line moving. I only planned on doing the one leg, as I'm sure most of you are. But if you do want to make a stop along the way, or if you have to make a stop for whatever reason, that's fine. We're not going to punish you or look badly, but just make sure that if you do stop somewhere and then take off, make sure you kind of get filed back in the line appropriately on the way. And another big thing that we're going to have tonight is kind of like we always used to do. We're going to have the faster aircraft are going to be or want to take off towards the front of the line, and if you're flying a slower aircraft, you're going to want to be towards the end of the line. This will kind of try and help us prevent there being or minimize the amount of passing, I should say, along the conga line as we're flying along the route here. Now, again, there's going to be some passing here and there because it's not all going to work out perfect in terms of who the fastest airplane departing first, etc., etc. But just have an idea. If you know you're flying a slower airplane, try to lag towards the back of the line. If you know you're flying a quicker airplane, like I'm going to be in the Mooney, I know I'm going to be quicker, so I'm going to try and have myself be towards the front of the line, something like that. That's kind of the way that we want to play it. It does look like we're going to have ATC courtesy of Minneapolis Center, which is on 133.4. Thank you, William, for providing that with us. Just be patient on the frequency with him because he is covering the entirety of Minneapolis, including Big Mini, which is not too busy right now, thankfully, so it shouldn't be a huge deal. But just have a little bit of patience with him on the frequency departing out of Bismarck, since he will be covering Bismarck as the control tower, technically, even though he's on center. Whether or not you want to pick up flight following with him, I'm going to leave that entirely up to you. And also depends on if he's too busy to accept it or not. I'll leave that up to him. But you do have to treat Bismarck as Class Delta, so you do have to treat him at least as a tower if you're not going to pick up the flight following. And then, of course, when we get up to Williston Basin, it's a Class Echo, so it is an uncontrolled field. Weather looks good along the whole route. Whatever altitude VFR you want to fly, just make sure that it's an even altitude since we are flying westbound. I'm planning on going at 4,500, but if you want to do 25, 65, 85, I'm leaving that entirely up to you guys. Again, just make sure it's an even altitude since we are going westbound. And if you haven't already done so when you're connected to the network, make sure you do file a VFR flight plan. Just say the remarks section gets filled out and people can see that we're doing this nice big old group flight for the Flying Club. It's good advertisement for the club, and it's a good way to show that we're appreciating general aviation on the network. If you haven't already, hopefully you guys saw the sceneries for Microsoft Flight Sim. If you're flying Microsoft Flight Sim, the gateway sceneries were good in X-Plane 11 and 12, so there was nothing there, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully nobody's in a jet because there's no jets tonight. It's either GA prop, turboprop, or helicopter of your choice. So no jets this evening. And at this point now, I'll kind of leave it up to if anybody has any questions. Sounds like there's not too many questions. Again, if you haven't already done so, open up that SkyVector link. I would prefer that nobody goes and just does GPS direct. I'm hoping that everyone is going to stay in a nice conga line, follow the Missouri River true and true, follow Lake Sakakawea true as well. There's that one part where the lake kind of breaks off and almost kind of makes a circle around Newtown Municipal. However you guys want to do that is up to you, whether you want to cut across over Newtown Municipal or if you want to stay over the water part without having to cross over any land. That's going to be kind of your choice. I think I might choose to stay over the water myself, but again, I'm going to leave that up to pilot's discretion. But otherwise, for the most part, everyone should be in all about the same line following the river and the lake up to Williston Basin. And again, if you do want to or need to stop along the way, that's fine. Just make sure you get back in line accordingly. One last check. Does anybody have any questions before we get started?
My mic working?
Loud and clear. Alright, so again, the tower is going to be covered on frequency 133.4, which is Minneapolis Center. There's a lot of us. He's also controlling Big Minneapolis and anybody in the center airspace, so please exercise patience on the frequency with William. But he's one of us, and he's in here right now for the briefing, so he kind of knows the drill. Since I am flying Mooney, I'm probably going to be towards the front of the line. Yeah, so if you know you're flying fast aircraft, you want to be towards the front of the line. I think being in the Mooney, I probably will try and take off first. I might be the fastest or close to the fastest of most of the aircraft that I see connected up right now. I see a Cirrus probably want to be towards the front of the line, DA-62, and the 42s probably want to be close to the front of the line as well. But the M7s and the Cessna 172 definitely going to want to kind of lag towards the back end of the line. Last call for any questions before we get going here. William, I'm sorry, go ahead.
How fast are you going to be going in your Mooney? I'm flying an Albatross.
Mooney's going to be doing about 170, 180.
Oh, okay. You'll be in front of me.
William, did you have anything that you wanted to share with the class as the center controller? Technically, the Class Delta Tower controller for us this evening.
Stand by.
Okay, see, he's controlling center chat. All right, guys, this is why, like I said, when it does come time, just be patient on the frequency, since he is doing all of that. All right, I think we're pretty good. I think we can get started up. I don't see, unless there's any additional questions before we get going. The ATIS is Alpha at Bismarck, and it's going to be runway 31. Let's have some fun, guys.
Okay, what were you asking?
If you had anything you wanted to share with us before we got started here, since you are technically covering the Class Delta.
If you want flight following, you say so. If you don't say anything, I assume you don't.
There you go. Alright, let's go ahead and get cracking, everybody.
Release the hounds.
Appreciate you guys all being here and joining us for this group flight. It's been a while, like I said, since we've done a traditional group flight, so.
Good luck.
Allegiance 1708
Clear to the Las Vegas Airport. Radar vectors Dakota that have filed. Maintain 4000. Expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 133.4, squawk 3672.
Let's go ahead and get going, chat. Koji, thanks for coming today.
Allegiant 1708, read back correct. Expect runway 36. Fargo altimeter 3001, call short of Tango for taxi.
Minneapolis Center, Mooney 124, Mike Charlie on the ground at Bismarck, short of Charlie with information Alpha, ready to taxi VFR to the north.
American 8250, correction, American 8238, Minneapolis Center. Push on to Delta approved for runway 4. Mooney 4 Mike Charlie, Minneapolis Center, runway 31, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie. Bismarck altimeter 3008.
Alright, 3-1 via Charlie, cross runway 3 for Mooney 4 Mike Charlie. As it used to be in the old days, chat, I'm going to be leading the pack here.
Is anyone else not receiving Bismarck ATIS?
What was the call sign? November 17 Sierra, Minneapolis Center. Loud and clear.
Hey, Minneapolis Center, this is
Yeah, I'm not here today either.
Bonanza,
Yeah, me either.
G36 at Bismarck, ready to taxi for VFR departure to the northwest, November 157 Charlie X-ray at Bismarck.
November 157 Charlie X-ray, Minneapolis Center. Runway 31, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie.
Okay, via Charlie, across runway 3 at Charlie for 7 Charlie X-ray. We'll get going. Thanks.
Mini Center, hello, Diamond 5331 Foxtrot, short of Charlie at Bismarck for taxi for VFR departure northwest bound.
November 5331 Foxtrot, Minneapolis Center, runway 31, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie, Bismarck altimeter 3008.
Alright, 31 via Charlie and cross runway 3 at Charlie for 31 Foxtrot.
Spirit Wings 2222 Minneapolis Center. Radar contact.
Oh, a little bit of bumps here in the scenery, I guess, chat. Kind of leaped into the air a couple times there.
Minneapolis Center, Diamond 341 Charlie Papa with Alpha. We're at Bismarck, request taxi for VFR departure north.
November 341 Charlie Papa, Minneapolis Center. Runway 31, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie, Bismarck altimeter 3008.
341 Charlie Papa, runway 31, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 3.
Gonna switch fuel tanks here for the departure. We'll turn the fuel pump on.
Delta 8956 Minneapolis Center. Good evening, I've got one taxiing behind you, stand by.
Go ahead and get the flaps set for takeoff.
Primary 4211 Heavy, Minneapolis Center, push on is Tango approved for runway 4.
And we'll get ready to go here.
Minneapolis Center, Baron 487 Papa at Bismarck. Negative on the ATIS, I can't pick that up. Requesting taxi for VFR departure to the northwest.
At 2 and 1, both of you stand by just a moment. Mooney 4 Mike Charlie. Wind 340 at 9er, gust 16. Straight out departure approved. Runway 31 cleared for takeoff.
Alright, straight out departure approved, 31 clear for takeoff, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie. It's time, chat. Time to go flying.
American 8238, stand by. Was that United 658 that was checking it?
And we're out of here.
United 658, Minneapolis Center, wind 33012, fly runway heading, runway 4 at Sierra, cleared for takeoff.
Positive rate, gear up.
American 8238, runway 4 at Sierra, taxi via Delta Sierra, cross runway 30 left at Delta.
We're gonna pretty much fly this straight out until we hit the Missouri River now. We're gonna climb 4,500.
Sirius 7 Victor Tango, short of Charlie, but taxi with Alpha.
Delta 8956, push into the alley approved of the in-aircraft taxiing on Delta.
I'm going to go ahead and get the autopilot going here, Chad. So autopilot on, heading, and we'll do arm and
Good evening, Command
engage.
585, Romeo Papa on the ground at Bismarck with VFR request.
Okay, we got a couple checking in trying to taxi at Bismarck. I'll get to you in a minute as soon as the next one departs. Stand by.
Yep, just be patient on the frequency for the taxi, gentlemen. Thank you.
Bismarck traffic, Bonanza U36, holding short of runway 31, ready to go for VFR to the northwest. And 7 Charlie 6.
Bonanza 7 Charlie X-ray, wind 340 gust 16. Straight out departure approved, runway 31, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff runway 31, number 157 Charlie X-ray.
Mini helicopter 513 Whiskey Mike on the ramp at Bismarck Information Alpha. Looks like we're behind a Sirius. We're going to be short of Charlie. I'd like to put our name in the hat.
And the helicopter checking in Minneapolis Center. We'll get you in just a minute. I think had Sirius 7 Victor Tango. Are you ready?
Sirius 7 Victor Tango ready.
Sirius 7 Victor Tango, Minneapolis Center, runway 31, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie.
31 via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie, 7 Victor Tango.
7 Victor Tango, we're not sure if you said the ATIS, I might have missed it. Bismarck Delta for 3005 now.
It's probably help if we put the flaps up, huh, chat? That would probably help. Now we're going to be cooking with gasoline. There's the river.
Primary 4211.
Follow the river north.
4 Sierra, taxi via Tango, Mike, Sierra. Information Yankee is current now, Minneapolis altimeter 2987. Attention all aircraft, arrival latest kilo, departure ATIS Yankee, current Minneapolis, Minneapolis altimeter 2987. Information Bravo's current at Bismarck, text only, I don't have time to update the voice right now.
And Mini Center, Diamond 31 Foxtrot, short of runway 31 at Bismarck. Next in line, ready to go.
At this point, we're clear of the Delta, so we can go ahead and switch the frequency.
The Delta calling for a push of Minneapolis, swap normal, please. Aircraft on the ground at Bismarck, please.
Just we'll stay on this frequency for a minute and see what's what.
Alright, Center, Albatross, November 965, Papa Tango to Bismarck. Request VFR taxi to the northwest.
Mooney 4 Mike Charlie. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved for my Charlie. Thank you for being on.
You bet.
Switch over to Unicom. I have faith in my flying club members to handle themselves on the ground at Bismarck, that I don't need to listen. Dope. Yeah, I left the flaps. Thanks for coming in today. Look at that good looking bird. Thank you for the 21-month Prime Reap subscription there, Snow Skier. Appreciate it.
Snow Skier just resubbed for 21 months.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much, buddy. We are in the Mooney. And it's a pretty one. It's got the little stickers in the windscreen if you look close enough. Cruising at 23 squared. Doing about 15 on the fuel flow here. Probably leaning it back just a touch more here. It's giving us about $1.80. Following the Missouri River up north until we get to Lake Sakakawea, and then we're going to follow the lake west. Traditional, old-school group flight with the Virtue Safe Flying Club tonight. We got about, it's like there's going to be at least 17, 18 of us. There was 20-something in the voice channel for the briefing. So we're going to have a pretty good conga line going up to Williston Basin this evening. As we follow the river. And we'll try to follow it true, so we'll kind of do the hooks. Stay right along the river. Neville Leroy, thank you for 65 months. 65 months. That's a lot of months, my buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being an admin of the Flying Club. Thank you for being a generally awesome dude. You're a great streamer. I know you're probably streaming right now. And I will keep your stream up in the background as well. But really appreciate you, my friend. And thank you for thanks for joining us tonight. I know I'm going to have you post an event tomorrow. You're going to be doing an event next Thursday. That's Thursday after next, actually. So a couple of weeks from now, you're going to be hosting a Flying Club event, and I appreciate that very much. And in theory, I should be able to do that event. I'm going to be doing JetBlue hockey on the 17th and 18th, but I should be back in time, I think, in the evening, the 18th, to be able to participate in that Thursday night event that you're going to be hosting. Pretty sure I'll be able to do that. It's a couple weeks. Texas Flyboy. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the Twitch Prime. Much appreciated. You guys are great. We even got ourselves a little level 1 hype train. That doesn't happen too often on this channel. Howdy, Tex. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Enjoying your retirement. Brant's retired too, but he's already got himself a little part-time job. Man couldn't stay retired for more than 5 minutes. But I have a feeling I'm going to be the same way, I think, when the time comes. Okay, if you're just joining us, not sure what we're doing, we're actually doing a virtual USA Flying Club event right now. The event is just called Lake Sakakawea. It's a group flight. We took off just now out of Bismarck. We're going to Williston Basin. And this, oh, I hit the wrong button. This is the route that we're taking, and we just took off here out of Bismarck in beautiful VFR skies. We're following the Missouri River north and slightly west as it kind of hooks around to Lake Sakakawea. Then we're going to follow the lake west, then north, then west again until we get to Williston Basin. Pretty simple, straightforward VFR with some good scenery and some good friends along with us. And a good-looking Mooney. Pretty flat out here. There'll be a little bit more of a... The terrain picks up a little bit as we get closer to the lake. A little bit further north. Mooney, that is correct. Good looking Mooney. Doing 23 squared, burning about 15 and a half.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it, Texas Flyboy. I'll try not to let anyone down. Oil looks a little bit hot. Let's see. We're doing all right. Good pressure, good temperature. Looks like our oil cooler is working just fine. We are going to go ahead and switch fuel tanks. I'm going to turn the boost pump on real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off. Managed to get to a level 2 hype train. Again, that does not happen very often on this channel. I appreciate the support. Right from the jump here, we had Jeffrey B with 38-month resubscription, Snow Skier 21-month Prime subscription, Melvin Leroy 63 months. That's a lot of months, man. Texas Flyboy with the Prime sub and 100 bits. I appreciate all you guys for stopping by and enjoying the ride. Again, we're just following the Missouri River 4,500 feet. Eventually, it's going to take us to Lake Sakakawea, which is the namesake of the event. And I had to use Google to tell me how to pronounce Lake Sakakawea. I'm actually going to pull it up so you guys can hear it as well. So I literally just Googled Lake Sakakawea pronunciation, and this is what it sounds like.
Lake Sakakawea.
So I guess it's Lake Sakakawea, not Sakakawea. It's Sakakawea. So I've listened to it 3 times, and I've already mispronounced it 100 times. I'll just blame my New York accent, I guess. I don't know. They made a coin for that lake, right? I have no idea. I don't know if you're being serious or not, but if you are being serious, I actually have no idea. Got a bit of a sweeping left turn here as the river takes us a little bit west, and then it's going to take us up, and the lake is starting to come into view up there. A little bridge down here. Conga line's in full swing right now out of Bismarck. You can see, looking at VATSPY, I'm leading the pack. Then you've got all of our friends starting to come in behind us. Conga line, still got 13 more on the ground as well, so we're going to have a pretty good line. We might be able to stretch this line all the way from start to finish maybe tonight. Maybe not. I think we'll probably be a little bit around here by the time everybody's off the ground, but you never know. It's going to be pretty close. Might be able to do a full stretch on the Conga line tonight with the numbers that we have. And I don't know if you guys are able to see the cat up there behind me in the kitchen, so right where that background is, kind of where I'm pointing, you might be able to see Clove just barely be able to make out her figure sitting on the table there looking out the window. That's her favorite spot. Of course, Sarah is watching her show behind me on the couch. She's got the headset on, so she doesn't have to hear me yapping. We are going to cut this corner here just a little bit because that's a pretty tight turn, so we'll cut the corner here just a little bit. Hype train success! Appreciate you guys for getting me up to a level 2 hype train. It's awesome. Unlocking some emotes. Spilled the tea. We're going to start cranking and banking back to the west here. To the northwest, I should say. Looks like the line is pretty well spaced so far on the group flight here coming out of Bismarck. Still got 12 on the ground. We are very good at putting out numbers for the flying club, especially, we've got good momentum, especially after the anniversary event. Even after Flight Sim Expo, we had picked up a pretty decent amount of recruits when we went to Flight Sim Expo this year, and of course, we had a big splash with the anniversary event that we just did in the middle of August there. We had, how many did we have for the anniversary? We had 53 Virtue USA Flying Club members participate in the 6th year anniversary event, excuse me, at the Bayport Fly-In back in the middle of August, which is pretty impressive. So we definitely, you know, we're in year 7 now of the Virtue USA Flying Club. We are over 900 confirmed members now, and we definitely have just continued to get stronger as it's gone on. The quality of the events have improved. The Discord has been very active. Event participation, especially in the last couple months, has been really high. I think we're going to have a much higher average attendance than we did last year. So it's all looking good. And, you know, now we've got, you know, we just had the 2nd annual General Aviation Appreciation Day event that we did with the Pilot Club and VAT USA. So there's definitely a recognition now of general aviation on the VATSIM network, which is what we set out to do when the club was created. And so we are accomplishing our mission, but we don't want to, you know, slow down. We want to keep the momentum going, and we want to continue to grow general aviation on the network. We want to keep the momentum going. We want to continue to make it bigger, stronger, more, you know, we want to get more people involved. The more people that are involved in general aviation, the better. And I've said this before, I'm sure, on stream. When you start in real life, when you do all your flight training, you start out doing general aviation. That's where you start. So I think it's important, especially for the younger folks that are on the network, those that are not just flight sim enthusiasts, but eventually want to get into flight training and become pilots. It's good that the network has the ability to have a lot of realism in the general aviation spectrum, since that's where they would be starting. And that's, again, that's really what the goal of the club is to promote general aviation on the VATSIM network. So, if you're not already part of the VirtueSA Flying Club, again, you do need to be a VATSIM member that in good standing. That's really the only requirement, is that you need to be a VATSIM member active in good standing. But if you are and you enjoy doing any kind of GA flying, this is where you want to be. We got the link to the Discord there. You join up, you read the welcome page, and you can join us for some more future events here at the VirtueSA Flying Club. Which our next event is on Saturday. I won't be able to participate in that because I will be, not Saturday, what day is it? It is September 13th, so it's next Saturday. So a week from Saturday, I'll be working, but one of the other admin will be running the Chili Dog Fly-In into Kilo Golf Delta Whiskey, so that's September 13th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so that's a Saturday morning / afternoon event. Chili Dog Fly-In will be the next club event. If I ate a chili dog right now, my stomach would explode, chat. My stomach would not be able to put up with that. Oh, the cat is in, I think the cat is in Zoomy mode, chat. I might be doing a little bit of multitasking here. I do have the autopilot going. Eric Flight, thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. Thank you for 46 months using your Prime Sum as well. I appreciate you. Let's see if I can pull this off, chat. I got a little laser pointer here that I'm not going to shine at any airplanes in the sky, by the way, because that's hella illegal. It's a federal offense. If you ever are stupid enough to shine a laser at an airplane, you can go to jail for up to 10 years. But we're gonna get our cat Clove here, and I wish I was able to get this on the stream, but she is definitely in Zoomy mode. Please don't ever, I hope nobody in this chat is ever dumb enough to shine a laser at an airplane, because you will go to jail if they catch you, and you deserve to go to jail if they catch you, because you could really do damage to a pilot's eyes by shining that laser in there. And it's a 10-year, it's like 10 years and up to a $100,000 fine if you get caught. So don't be that guy. See if I can. You guys can see her right there, right where the laser is towards the kitchen. Is where she is right now. It might be hard to see through my webcam, but she is locked in. There she goes. She's locked in. Ah, this is the best. This little laser pointer is the best toy that we have for her right now. Anyways, we're come up to the lake. This is Lake Sakakawea, or Sakakawea. I think it's Lake Sakakawea. I think that's the correct way to say it. We've come to the lake. And once we get to the lake, once we get over the lake, we're going to turn pretty much due westbound and follow the lake that way. She's locked in again, chat. Hold on. There she goes! She's fast. She's fast what she wants to be. Sarah and I adopted Clove about 3.5 weeks ago. She has made herself at home quick. You know, they told us at the shelter that it might take her like a few weeks just to even like come out from under the couch or under the bed. It just took her no time at all, and now she's very comfortable, and she's also very fast. Championship game tonight. Son is winning by 2 in the last inning. Oh man, I hope he wins, Eric. Appreciate you stopping by, even though your son is hopefully on his way to victory. Let's go ahead and get ourselves turned here over the lake. Again, this is the lake. That's the namesake of the event tonight, Lake Sakakawea. I think I'm saying it right now. Pretty big lake. It's like it's a long, like lengthy lake. Not super wide, but super like I don't know. Well, I guess maybe would it? Yeah, lengthwise. Lengthwise, it's pretty long from east to west here. Oh, she continues to want to play with the laser chat. So now that we're kind of pointed down the lake, again, we're gonna multitask here. That I got the autopilot on. Let's get her going. Let's get her locked in again. Hopefully you guys will be able to see her kind of shoot across the floor here if you're looking down like at the floor of my webcam. There she goes! Woo! Oh, she's fast. Heck yeah. Ah, never-ending entertainment. This is great. This laser pointer, this is like a cheap little $8 laser pointer. It like changes shapes too. Easily the most... It's easily her favorite thing, without a doubt. She gets locked in, and then she beep boop beep boop. And she bounces. Cheap thrills is right. Oh, she loves this thing. It's good. We need to get the energy out of her, too. She's a very energetic cat. When she's got the zoomies, she zooms, as you can see. She hauls. I'm going to need you to take over the laser pointer here. I need you to take over. Oh. Woo! Let me give you guys an outside view here of the lake while I continue to have fun with my black cat. Alright, take 5, Clove, take 5. Anyways, if you guys were paying attention, you probably saw her running across the floor real quick. It's pretty awesome. Let me get more central here on the lake, now that I'm going to focus back up to what I'm actually doing with the flying. See, don't play with your cat and fly at the same time. Although it'd be pretty hard to do the laser pointer thing inside of an airplane with a cat. Airplane of this size, at least. I wouldn't recommend doing it either on a a jet airliner. That would probably I think there's a lot of passengers that probably wouldn't be too happy about that. Yep, she's taking a little time out over on her little spot by the door over there. Break time. Speaking of a break time, I need to grab another bottle of water. I'll be right back. Alright. This is a pretty big lake. Hard to miss. Definitely probably be a really good lake for some boating during the summer. A lot of area to cover. We might stretch this whole way, chat. And I'm looking at VATSIM right now. Here am I, probably about halfway-ish to Williston Basin, and we still got 8 club members that are on the ground looking for departure out of Bismarck. So I think we might actually be able to stretch this out the full length on the board here, or pretty close to it tonight. Good showing from the flying club. It's a very good showing. That's what we like to see. So we got our good buddy Mr. Melvin Leroy streaming as well tonight, doing the event. So he's going to be flying something slow, I bet. So a good chance that he'll be the raid victim tonight, since he'll be closer to the rear of the conga line. You guys got to see it all over again from his perspective. And he's in X-Plane 12, so you will get the X-Plane 12 perspective when switching over to him after the raid. For now, you get the MSFS 2020 perspective, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. We got 10 in the air and 7 on the ground right now. Very nice. Very, very nice looking group flight right now. Let's get a little bit more central on the lake here again. What we'll do now is, now that we're nice and comfortable over the lake, I'm going to give you guys a little wing view for a little bit here. Go wing view for the minute. Pull up Sky Vector real quick, take a look at the weather over in Williston Basin. We've got wind 060 at 5, 10 miles, clear skies, temperature 16, dew point 4, altimeter 3006. So calm, 10 and clear basically. 0605, maybe not perfectly calm. We've got a runway 422 and a 32 and 14. So if the wind is 6, we're probably going to want to do runway 14, the bigger runway. We could do runway 4, but I think runway 14 would be more appropriate with the wind 060. So we'll look at this for runway 14. Is it a left downwind? It is. Does not say, which means it's probably a left downwind. Yep, it would indeed be a left downwind. And it doesn't list any kind of traffic pattern altitude in the notes, so then it would just be 1,000 feet. So 23, we'll round up 24, 3,400 feet for the traffic pattern altitude, and a left downwind entry to runway 14. Looks like the winds are going to favor runway 14 at Williston Basin with the wind 0605, so we'll all plan on entering a left downwind for runway 14 at Williston Basin.
Roger that.
Third on that.
Roger, Dodger.
Yeah, we definitely have a nice long conga line going tonight. So here's where the lake is going to take a little bit of a jog to the north, and then you see this little bit of water to the west. So we're going to go north
Mike,
to that
are you
opening.
avoiding runway 4 due to its short length on the runway there?
Not necessarily avoiding it. Just felt like it would be more enjoyable to do the full left down for runway 14, to be honest with you.
Very well. Okay. Because I'm showing 060 at 5 knots, so I can do a crosswind.
Yeah, I mean, if it is an uncontrolled field, so if anybody wants, they could do the left downwind for runway 4 as well, if they're in the mood for the shorter runway. I'm not going to say no to that. I was just letting you guys know that my plan was the left downwind for 14. We just have to make sure that nobody crashes into each other. That's the big thing.
Yeah, it involves a lot of paperwork.
Look at that reflection of the sun off the water is beautiful. Like I said, I know 2024 is the new hotness, but this sim, Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, still gets it done when it comes to the visuals. So as I said during the briefing chat, I am going to take this little bit of water to the left here and hook around back to the north.
Okay. I can hear the channel. And so I missed the whole briefing. I'm in the middle somewhere here, and I hope I'm not causing any trouble because I couldn't hear anybody on the channel until I fixed my audio.
I think you're doing good so far.
Alright, great. I'll just keep flying along. This is really pretty.
Yeah, this is a big lake.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm probably gonna be passing this diamond here.
Still got, looks like 5 still on the ground over at Bismarck. So yeah, we definitely filled up the skies over here tonight with our little group flight. Got a nice crowd of folks. Oh, I guess one thing I did forget in the briefing is that we do have an attendance channel, although I can kind of see who everyone is and where they are flying. If you could, just at the end of the event, after you land, so after you land at Williston Basin, just make sure you guys mark yourselves for attendance in the attendance channel. You can use the example I have there.
Roger.
What are you doing, Clove? Her second favorite thing in the world is I've got an empty Amazon box over there that she loves to just climb into. Something with cats in boxes. I know that's actually a thing. The laser pointer's a thing. She's a cat. She's fitting all the stereotypes. Let's see. Is that a little bit of water? Yep. We're gonna start making our left turn here to follow that little bit of the lake that kind of turns off to the left here. What you doing, Clove? Psh, psh. What you doing, girl? Hi. What are you doing? You hanging in your box? You having a good time? She's just staring at me now. it's nice having a furry friend in the apartment, chat. It's you know, it was only I guess it's been a little bit now since Delilah passed away earlier this year, and that was tough. But it, you know, I've lived most of my life. I've never had a cat before. I've only ever had dogs. I lived most of my life with dogs at my parents' house. So this is the first time owning a cat, but it is incredibly nice having a furry friend in the apartment with us. Definitely something that I had been missing, especially since Delilah had passed away. So it's great. I love it. I'm glad that Clove is happy. We adopted her from the Humane Society of Walden.
November 114, Charlie Kilo.
Discord.
I'm in the. Yeah, I know.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm letting whoever's 4 Charlie Kilo coming up on me pretty fast. I'm in the Albatross. Just let them know I'm ready for them to pass me whenever they want. Just be nice and use your horn.
Sorry about that.
Hong Kong.
Sounded like you were making a radio call. I apologize.
No apology necessary, mate.
He's that professional.
That looks like it would be a pretty little inlet right there with like the little bit of the hills going on. Bet you that's a real nice area to go and park the boat on the lake. We're moving, chat. We got about, probably about 25 minutes roughly until we get to the destination. So we're making good time here. We still have 4 flying club members on the ground, so we're, like I said, we're getting pretty close to stretching this line out almost all the way from start to finish. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get fully there with now only 3 left on the ground, but we're going to be pretty close, stretching it from start to finish. Probably be able to get some good screenshots with everybody in the air on VATSPY, which is always very nice. And like I said, we seem to do a lot more fly-in types now, which I guess are a little bit more realistic. You know, letting people depart where they want to fly into one area altogether. It's probably a little bit more realistic in terms of what flying clubs or you know, those fly-in type events would do. But it is nice to kind of have the little show of strength doing these little group flight conga lines like we're doing tonight. We're going to go ahead and switch fuel tanks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, off. Start cutting into the north again. Rejoin up with the primary part of the lake here, right over there.
Wes, are you showing off?
What's that?
Are you showing off?
Joys of having a helicopter, man.
I see you down there.
It's nice we even have a helicopter with us.
It's like a cool little sand dune to check out.
I was going to say, this is North Dakota. There's not a lot of trees you can hide behind to do your business.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping nobody would see here. I'm behind the door.
I'm going to pick this speed up even a little bit, I think, chat. We're going to go 24 inches. Doing about 16 now on the fuel flow. Let's see what 22-24 will do for us.
Where's everybody parking?
Good question. Looks like the FBO and Customs is all together there off of Foxtrot and Echo. That would probably be a good place to park it up.
That's what I'm going for.
Is one of you guys in here calling for a radio check and not hearing me?
Is that Overland Aviation?
Let's see. It would appear to be Overland Aviation, yes. I think we'll go back to 2300 RPM. That seems a little better. Alright, we're back to the main part of the lake here. Nice little bridge right there that kind of cuts across.
According to my chart, there's a lot of parking there, but we'll be packed in like sardines.
I'll make it work.
Be good for a photo.
Absolutely.
Just like the ones I just took passing a diamond.
Just like the ones I took of some helicopter on a little island.
Was it an upside down helicopter?
Hopefully it was right side up.
Not today, not today. It's definitely right side up. I just figured I'd stop and take a little break. Enjoy having a helicopter.
Can you hearing some other voices of Virtue Day Flying Club? Sleazy, thanks for coming in today. 24 inches. Yeah, 24 inches of manifold. And definitely not 2 Subway sandwiches. Although now I'm hungry for... Actually, I don't know if I'm actually hungry for a Subway sandwich. Subway's kind of eh. Back in the day, I used to put down to... I'm not going to finish that sentence, what I was just about to say, because that was going to sound really wrong, so never mind. Jersey Mike's is way better. There's a Jersey Mike's in the new Terminal A at Newark that is perfect to get right before a flight. I don't do it Mike's ways though, because I don't like tomato, and I usually just get I'll usually get the turkey with no cheese because I'm lactose intolerant. So I'll get the turkey on white, do oil, vinegar, a little lettuce, pickles, and oregano. Jimmy John's is also good. I like Jimmy John's. Used to get a lot of Jimmy John's when I would be down in Dallas, back when I used to go down there for training with Envoy. Still one more flying club member on the ground, so we're almost all up in the air here. I think there is a couple of people that filed the wrong airport, as in they typed WXA instead of XWA. It's kind of funny. Also, the VATSIM servers appeared to have taken a dump here momentarily. But I believe we are reconnected now. And we're on 122.8, which is the CTAF frequency for Williston Basin. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, looks like 19.
What's you flying? It shows up as like a huge Airbus flying.
19 pilots flying all in a line for the group flight, and we have our air traffic controller. Minneapolis Center would be a 20 count for the event, since we do count ATC towards our count. So we got 19 in the conga line for a random Wednesday night event. That's pretty good for the flying club, chat. This is what I like. These are the numbers I like. Very, very proud of the VirtueSafe Flying Club. It is way bigger and way better than I ever thought it would be when I first started it. And I'm very, very happy about that. Give you guys a nice wide, take it all in from the cockpit here. Yeah, very proud of the VirtueSafe Flying Club. Looks like we even just had another club member that just got in a little bit late. Got on the ground at Bismarck now, so make it 20 pilots. Fuel looks good. Everything temp-wise looks good. Excellent. We'll go to wing view here for a little bit again. This stuff right here, this view, the wing view, that's what it's all about. GA flying, great scenery. That's what it's all about. And by virtue of the fact that we still have a couple of guys on the ground at Bismarck, we're going to stretch the whole length here. Give me 1 second, chat, as I do a couple of screenies. I apologize for the pause in the sim while I do this. I'm going to take another one.
Is whoever's flying 99 side
Sorry about that, chat. I just wanted to take a couple of screenshots to throw into the flight sim pics of the Virtue Safe Flying Club Discord. Back to our beautiful view. Oh, that's the wrong button. Need to come a little bit left here. Give kind of the half and half out the front and out the wing view. Defiant Prawn, thanks for coming in today. Thanks for flying along with us this evening.
The beauty about being near the front is you can judge all the landings coming in.
Okay, this line is very nice and stretched out. We're going to be almost the full length here from departure to arrival field with the line.
And from what I'm seeing, there's still 2 more to take off.
Correct.
The beauty of you showing up early is you get to set up the lawn chairs for the rest of us.
Yep, the cooler will be out and ready to go.
Hey, I'm in a serious. Where am I gonna put lawn chairs?
Hey, can you guys hear me at all or no?
Loud and clear.
Okay, I had to set up push to talk to even talk here.
Yep, we have it set intentionally to have it so that it's push to talk in the Discord, the events channel here.
That is totally fine. I am not used to it, so I didn't have one set up. And somebody called me on 9915 Victor.
It'd be nice if Discord would allow you to set that per server.
Okay, so we're good. Okay, I think I get it.
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, sorry, this is my first time in this, but I was trying to tune in. I guess I had to tune in to center to round 1.
Yes. Yep, center is technically covering the Class Delta Bismarck, so he's going to act as your tower. I'm taking runway 14. I'm going to do the left down one to runway 14, but runway 4 is, of course, an option if you wanted to, since the field is uncontrolled. Why is VATSIM struggling a little bit tonight? Because I've had a couple of disconnect and automatic reconnects on vPilot this evening, so I think the VATSIM servers are struggling a little bit tonight. Yeah, it's doing it again.
I'm gonna have to come back here with my boat. This beautiful lake.
It is big and beautiful. The VATSIM servers are having a hard time, I think, tonight because I keep continually getting disconnected and reconnected.
I'm not having that issue.
It's been solid for me, yeah.
Maybe I have to change servers. Hold on.
That's not a thing you can do anymore.
Oh, that's right. It's automatic. Yeah, I'm getting disconnected and reconnected. What the heck?
Mike, I think you might be having some internet trouble.
Maybe it's a hint. I don't know.
Wow.
It's not just him. I'm being connected and disconnected as well.
Oh.
Maybe it's a vPilot thing. Maybe the X-Pilot guys aren't having problems.
Or it's I don't know, some specific node that's whatever you guys got auto selected to.
Yeah, because I'm not having any issues with V-Pilot.
Guess I am just unlucky at the moment.
There's only 850 connections to the network right now.
Yeah, but it's not about how many connections there are. It's about how many coming from a specific, location. How many hitting a specific server, right?
Must be an East Coast thing.
Hey, quick question. So, for VATSIM, this is my first event. So, for this one, would I call? I'm on Bismarck. For me to take off. Would I say Bismarck Tower or should I call it my control?
No, you can call it Minneapolis Center. And 9915 Victor, request taxi VFR to the north.
Copy that, thank you.
Alright, so this is where the lake kind of comes to an end. And this is where we're going to now turn inbound to our destination. So we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to switch to nav. And we're getting to the last little bit of our flight here now. Wave goodbye to Lake Sakakawea, and all of our friends are going to be coming in behind us here soon. So we're going to be pointing right down the barrel of runway 32 here, pretty much. But we want to land on 14, so we're going to eventually kind of jog to the right just a little bit and enter a left downwind for runway 14 and the full stop.
About another month or so, this place will be a big ice rink, won't it?
Probably. Nobody on 122.75. It should be 122.8 for the CTAF at Williston Basin. But yeah, I get what you're saying. 22.75 for just the en route. Sorry, chat. I got 22.8 ready to go here for Williston Basin. Thank you, Sleazy. Sorry for sneezing in everyone's ears. That was definitely not part of the plan.
Has anyone flying over here seen any boats or anything? I haven't seen one boat.
No, but I saw a hot air balloon.
A hot air balloon, boy, he must have really been moving.
Are you sure the hot air balloon was just a helicopter?
No, because there was no one taking a leak behind a bush on the hot air balloon.
Recently, I've been seeing weather balloons.
Actually, it looks like we're kind of angled pretty well here for runway 14. I think, maybe? Is my compass aligned right? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we'll be pretty good, actually, for the left downwind here. So we do need to descend a little bit because we said that the traffic pattern altitude is 3,400 feet. So I'm going to go down to 3,400 feet. We're going to need to start backing off thrust here. We'll go ahead and put the RPMs back up. Williston Basin traffic. Mooney 124 Mike Charlie, 10 miles to the southeast. Gonna enter left downwind for runway 14, full stop, Williston Basin. Yeah, so we're pretty much straight on for the 45 almost for the downwind here. So this is going to be nice, pretty easy entry. If you guys want to start putting landing rate guesses in the chat, now would be the time to do so. Positive or negative number does not matter. You do not need to use exclamation point predict like in some other channels, because I do not have that bot set up. So you just need a number what you think my landing rate's going to be. I've got Volanta running. Volanta's going to tell us the story of whether or not I still know how to land the Mooney in the sim or not. I'm also going to go ahead at this point and take the autopilot off and fly by hand the rest of the way here. Sleazy guessing 69, very nice. If anybody else wants to get a guess in, now is the time to do so. About 3,400 feet for the traffic pattern altitude, and we are going to start getting this thing slowed up as we get close here. We do have a little speed brakes on this thing if needed. I don't think we're going to need them. I think we'll be able to slow down plenty good for the traffic pattern altitude and get to a nice good approach speed here. Not quite a 45-degree angle, but close enough. Alright, white arc, first notch flaps, and we're going to put the gear down.
Making left downwind traffic for runway 14 about 5 miles or so to the southwest.
Williston Basin traffic, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie left downwind for runway 14, Williston. See 2 landing rate guesses if anybody else wants to get one in before we get our landing in here. We're just showing in the downwind now in our Mooney. I think I'm a little tight on the downwind. I think I'm going to give myself a little bit more space here. Look at that nice building down there. So this is a free scenery, which we'll take a look at when we get closer. But someone looks like they did a nice job making the terminal here, because there is actually a terminal here. And then of course we got the big parking area that we'll be going to for all of our, at the FBO there, off pretty much just coming off of the left wing now, where all of our friends will be parking up along with us. Nice long runway here. We'll wait till the runway is behind our left wing at a 45-degree angle, and we'll make our base turn. There we go. Williston Basin traffic, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie left base 14, Williston Basin. Second notch flaps. Nice short base to final. had a feeling I was in a little tight. Probably going to overshoot just a little bit here. Yeah, pretty close. Williston Basin traffic, Mooney 124, my Charlie, short final, 14, full stop, Williston Basin. Gear down, flaps full. Looking good.
Traffic, Diamond 5331 Foxtrot is 16 miles south east of the field. Inbound for left downwind, runway 14, Wilson.
Hold the nose off, nice and smooth. Oh yeah, nice. That's a good one right there. Missed the taxiway though. We'll go down to the next one. Curious to see what Volanta recorded that at. Had to have been pretty good. Felt good, looked good. Passed the eye test. Williston Basin traffic, Mooney 124, my Charlie is clear of runway 14, Williston Basin. Taxi to the FBO. So we'll taxi on over to the FBO here. Past the firehouse along the way. Someone modeled the fire station with a little fire truck. Very nice. Oh, I should probably stay on the taxiway line. This next entrance on Echo is where we're going to be, but I'm going to go park all the way. Once we make this turn, I'll go and I'm going to give myself some princess parking. And everyone else can kind of file into the area thereafter. But we'll go right up to the door, give ourselves some princess parking. And my V-Pilot again just decided to disconnect and reconnect. Three predictions came in. We'll take a look in a second what the final mark was and see who came closest. Again, I'm coming all the way on this line here to give us... I'm going to take it right to the door. I'm gonna put it right in front of the hangar, I think. True princess parking. Act like I own the place. How about that? I think that's good. Parking brake set. V-Pilot's still giving me problems. It's pretty annoying. Alright. Ground the ignition. Mixture to idle. Turn the lights off. Batteries, avionics off. We have arrived. And then...
Williston Basin traffic, 0.
Alrighty, we made it, and we got princess parking right in front of the hangar. Now we can watch all of our flying club members flying in. Pretty good angle to the runway right here. A little bit blocked by the hangars, but not crazy. Alright, we had, whoops, I hit the wrong button. I didn't mean to pin that. Unpin message, whoops. 3 guesses for the landing rate. What do we got? Review your flight statistics. -72, 1G exactly. Oh, that's a good one. We're gonna take a nice little print screen of that. That's going into the record books. So -72. Who came the closest to -72? That would be Sleazy. Does it again. He does it again. He was only off by 3 with his guess of 69. Very nicely done, sir. All right. We've made it. Nope, we got a flying club member landing right now. We're gonna watch him real quick before we say our goodbyes. Watch him come inbound and land before we say our goodbyes. And I'm gonna hand you guys over to Melvin Leroy. He's doing the exact same thing, so you guys get to see it from the X-Plane 12 perspective here in just a second. Oh, that's a great shot though, right there. Might be a little bit of a scenery difference that we're seeing right there, though, with him being kind of above the ground, but he's definitely on the ground, I imagine, at this point. Beautiful. Alright. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in today. I appreciate it. Again, Eric Flight, Texas Flyboy, Melvin Leroy, Snowskier, Jeffrey B. Thank you guys all for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. Again, I'm going to hand you guys off to Melvin. He's doing the exact same thing in X-Plane 12, and he's in... I have no idea what he's flying. Let's see. Well, you guys can go find out. We'll go see what he's flying together. How about that? Till next time, guys, thanks for coming in today. We'll see you again soon. If you're not already a Flying Club member and you're a VATSIM member, please join us. We are always, always, always looking for more members to join us for these group flights like tonight. Oh, traffic. What happened? What do we got? Dane Flats, thank you for the raid of 9, Dane. You caught me literally as I was just about to raid out myself. We just finished our flight along Lake Sakakawea from Bismarck to Williston Basin with the VATSIM Flying Club. We're doing one of our group flights, and I apologize, Dane, and for the 9 viewers that came along with you, but I am just wrapping up as we speak, and I was just about to hand off the raid and the stream to Mr. Melvin Leroy, who's doing the same event that I just did, just from the X-Plane 12 perspective. So you guys will get to see now someone that's actually doing the flight still, instead of me just talking while my airplane's sitting on the ground. So Dane, thank you. I appreciate you, buddy. It's good to see that you were streaming again tonight. And we're going to go ahead and get you guys over to Melvin Leroy. He's a good dude. Resetting home, Melvin's still pretty deep into his... not too deep into his flight, I should say, so you should hopefully stop being ping-ponged with this raid that's coming right meow. Dane, it's good to see you, buddy. I'm sorry that you crashed out. For everyone that was watching me, thank you for coming in today. We'll see you next time. Go say hello to my buddy Melvin Leroy. Looks like he's in the mall. Perfect. See you.